Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 144. We're currently playing as Kaiser Anselm of the Holy Roman Empire, and he's the son of Kaiser Arnulf, who himself was the grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm III, so on and so forth, all the way back to our starting character, Duke Otto of Saxony. They're currently involved in one war, and we didn't start it. I really don't want to be involved in this war. It's a rebellion. This lady, Agnes, who is my former mother-in-law, I think, or stepmom, my former stepmom. Yes. And she's rebelling against the King of Scotland for some dude's claim on Scotland. She's going to win it. I didn't particularly want her to win it because that'll bring in the 5-year timer for us to be able to claim Scotland again. But it will give us a new King of Scotland to go to war with for whatever particular reasons we may or may not have. We can't even assault the siege. It's fine. Okay, so we're beginning to think that Carlotte here may fancy me. Well, I've only just rediscovered my love for my wife. See there we have the lover's trait. So, no, it's not appropriate. God. Money's above 1,000 again. That's good, that's good. Do we have a truce with the Hashemids? Is that why we couldn't have that crusade? Maybe. Okay, so I have to be at peace to be able to request a crusade. I need to spend 500 piety. I can't be at war with the Pope, obviously, and religious authority must be at least 5%. Well, it's kind of there, isn't it? This guy hasn't died yet. It's amazing. Popes come and go, but anti-popes just hang around forever. There are 2 Nubian revolts? No, there's just 1 Nubian revolt. It's for some guy's claim. It's for the actual revolter's claim, and we've got a truce with him as well as the Nubian king, so that doesn't matter. Ugh, Children Sultan, we definitely have a truce with you. But how assassinatable are you? Not very. God damn it. Well, I guess we just sort of hop in for the long haul. Uled Nail has converted to the Catholic faith. Oh, of note, we don't have to be in for the long haul because I'm going to appoint the Pope as my court chaplain. Normally not a very good idea because he hates us. But then we're going to send him off to proselytize somewhere for that slight chance that heathens attack him and kill him. What? It's perfectly legit. We're going to send him down into Africa. Yes, there's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do to save the Pope. Ah, barracks were built in Kempton. Lovely. Let's get stables then. There are a few places which could use the upgraded universities, but we're not going to get into that just now because we're actually a little short on money for those. Excuse me. Yeah, it was a shock retinue that we were missing. Oh, well, that's fine because I've got one on the way. Just here, in fact. And when it gets down to the tip of Greece in Monamvasia, I'll just raise up the boats, send them across. Be fine. Quicker than walking. And siege victory. We probably won't get a message about it. Oh, we did. Amazing. We've got peasants in Corona. Where is that? Somewhere down here? Ah, yeah, right up on the tip. Fortunately, this army appears to be heading back through Iberia. So it kind of sucks to be those peasants. Castle infrastructure in Nida Bay and increased. Lovely, let's get a better castle town. little bit more cash, always a good thing. Ugh. And this place should fall fairly quickly, and once it does, I'm pretty sure that the Scottish woman is going to, that the rebels anyway, that they will declare their victory. Excuse me. We have a truce with this kid. Look, nobody wants this kid ruling their realm. So let's get rid of him and hope that we don't fuck up too many times so we don't get like the dishonorable penalty. And don't tell anyone. I've got a rebellion in Muscat. I have no idea where Muscat is. Is it over here somewhere? It better not be up here. No, it's not up there. Where is Muscat? Oh. Over there. You. Off you go. Gonna take a bit of losses going through Badger because it's smallpox ridden. But there shouldn't be too much of a deal. Yep, sick of waiting, so you guys can just get in those boats and I'll send them right on down to there. Figig has converted, was that? Where was Figig? This one here. So good, we're actually getting a very nice Catholic Mauritania coming along. That's good for us. Colomna converted. Yeah, it's probably fortunate that we're moving these guys out, because if smallpox got into Aden itself, they would have started taking attrition, and it wouldn't have been great. Not that there's really a way for them to get out. Oh, ooh, 197 ships, you know what? We might have a way for them to get out. We certainly do. We'll get the Grand Mayor's ships, bring them down, and when they get there we'll raise up the other ships and we'll have enough men to just transport these guys out. Good, the Scottish revolt has ended, so we'll get our guys out. Now we definitely cannot usurp the crown of Scotland. We've got to wait another 5 years before we can do that. But this is a new king. He doesn't particularly like us. He wants control of a bunch of places. He won't be our vassal, obviously. Okay, so let's see. We've got claims for Moray. Claims for Butchin. So these two places. This guy isn't the real Count of Penfevera. His wife is. This guy's called Chaplain of Fife, down here. And this guy is the heir to the petty kingdom of the Isles, so he's heir to the duchy of the Isles. Do you have anybody who's actually the claimant for the county of Innisgal? Yes, the Duchess of Moray, who will not move. Which is kind of fair enough, to be honest. This guy. Now, I believe he only has a weak claim on the stuff. There's a weak claim on Argyll, a weak claim on the Duchy of Moray, and a weak claim on the Isles. But because the current holder of the Duchy of Moray is weak, well, we can press that claim. And we're actually going to do that because this will render the Kingdom of Scotland to be a single province, basically. Ah, yeah, a little bit of rebellion in Oberbayern. All because of the damn peasants. Oh, and you know, smallpox left by just so we're literally just going to send these guys up. It'll take them longer, but it saves us messing around with boats. Oh, this place has become independent. It's also led by an inbred. Poor choice. And this place up here has become independent as well. We don't have any Casus Belli in a lot of these places. We're going to have to look at that. So let's see, this place, claimants. Nope. She can't accept an invitation to our court because she's a child. However, she has parents, right? Yeah, they won't accept. And there's no claimants to that place. And the current king of Nubia we have a truce with for 5 years. Wonderful. Ah, this army has arrived. Send them down. $20,000 guys to send on one dude and murder him. More peasants have risen up in Muscat, so now there's 7,000 of them. Where are you all coming from? Go away. Fucking peasants. Yep, so we're just going to besiege this place up nicely. And then we'll probably move on to the Isles itself. The Atlas Mountains have converted. Wonderful. Why do we... Oh yeah, we should drop that fleet. Thank you. If I've got this right, all the Scottish are moving up into Caithness for some reason, which is a bad decision on their part because it traps them completely in my lands. Or it will in a moment. Yeah, they're all heading up to Caithness, that's bizarre. I guess they figure they could fall back to Orkney, but it's really not an optimal solution for them, is it? Okay, the steward got wounded. That's alright. I don't care if he dies. Plus, odds are he'll recover and have a really cool scar to show for it. Now we just go up to Caithness and beat these guys up. I will not miss the noise of that dying sound going away. Ah, the king himself. And a 63-point victory. We didn't injure him or anything, so that's a little upsetting. But how about some peace? Done. Scotland, ladies and gentlemen, now consists of Inskal. The rest of it is Moray here. They will still not accept vassalization, and they probably won't until I get rid of Scotland. That's alright. Let's head on down to Ireland for the moment. Snasson converted. We have a bunch of people leaving our court, but that's because a bunch of people turned up at our court when we invited that dude there. Money's looking good, so... Well, this thing in Frueli is almost done. My wife is pregnant! Good! Let's have a genius son so that I can viciously murder the others. What? Actually, if we have another son, we might be able to marry it off to Princess Winfrieda here. Though, she's a bit old for that. It's just so good, these people all having the genius trait. Right, that's one rebellion down. Wasn't even paying attention. You guys move back to Genoa. Thank you. Now it looks like that place got reintegrated into Nubia. Yeah, I can't even... Oh, this kid's a genius and content. That's really cool. We could send our Chancellor down there to fabricate claims, but they end up just being really goddamn expensive. Okay, so we're going to the monastery a bit. So we could try and gain the temperate trait, which is actually pretty good, or get the drunkard trait, and +1 learning. We're gonna go for temperate. We didn't get it, but somehow we got +1 stewardship anyway. Somehow. Looks like a little bit of revolt there. Sigil Master converted. Yeah, the Hamadan. It's really probably two. We could go up and try and rip it off him. Just be a holy war for Hamadan sort of thing. I mean, we do want Persia eventually. But, look, 10 years isn't going to kill us. So 10 years, we'll see how the Mongols do. There are ways that we can stop the Mongols from doing anything, I believe. There's one significant point where if we have the money and, you know, the means, we can just stop the Mongols dead. Like, entirely. The truce with Khiva is running out. That's alright, I don't care about the truce with Khiva. And specifically, rebellion in Messana. All the way over here, what the hell, guys? Well, this army will have to head on down to here. And I'll have to do a straight crossing and beat them up like that. Anyway, that one critical point is, in 1215, the Khan of the Ilkhanate, and I believe the Khan of the Golden Horde, will show up. Not as part of their armies. They'll show up in, like, in the character viewer. The Mongol armies only show up if you know, the respective character is alive when the Mongol army check happens. So if we go full gangbusters and just try and stab these guys, we should be able to prevent the Mongol invasions. Specifically, if we kill the Golden Horde guy, we're now known as the Great, by the way. I think it's either the first one who shows up. If we kill him, then I believe that the other one just can't happen. Our child needs an educator, so let's educate her ourselves. Which reminds me of something I wanted to test out. The current king of Millennia, the current king of Volga, Bulgaria, is only 7 years old. No. That's a shame. Because he's our nephew, so you know, but see that 5 points negative there for child would be a hostage in a foreign power, that's the you're never going to do this thing. That really irritates the shit out of me, because while it says, oh, you know, it's just negatives, we should actually have positives due to being a relative and things like that. And powerful. But because that opinion modifier has showed up, or that, you know, chance modifier, it means that nothing else matters. It's the same sort of thing. In Europa Universalis, all of this gets turned into percentages and things like that. And it'll be like, oh, you know, you've got a 10% modifier due to this reason. Oh, you've got a, you know, a 2% modifier due to this reason. You're like, okay, so let's get up there. But then there are 1000% modifiers, and all of them are negative. And it's just like, why don't you just say you can't do this because of this reason? instead of saying, oh, you know, there's a 1,000 point modifier against you. It's one of my many irritations with Europa Universalis. Dofar converted. Okay, should we finish this move? No, let's move up like that. You are taking a very slight amount of attrition, but it's not a huge amount. We're going to manage to move back, so it's probably better for us to move into Hajar and then into Muscat, like that. That's probably going to get us the time. Oh, we're now at 176%, so I guess this kid pissed off some other people. Cool. Can we have that happen? I'd prefer it to happen sooner rather than later. That's annoying. Really? This guy just completely caved and became the vassal of this guy. Just completely gave up. Really, dude? It's like, I fight a war for you. I fight a war for you and that's what you do? Well, the good news is that we've got a lot better claims on the Isles now because it's a woman in charge, sickly infant. We want to get on that actually, because if we don't get on that, she may die and then weak claims will go away. So let's see. I'd like to claim. Well, ideally, I'd like to claim the Isles, like the Duchy, which is one of these two claims, but neither of those two help us. And yeah, the Isles is a weird duchy. It includes down here, Argyle, and Inskal, and nothing else. It's kind of strange. But we could claim Argyle for the Duke of Ulster. And he's really the only one where we will actually get the land. And she won't vassalize, so yeah, let's just do that. We'll send our guys over. I don't care about the straight crossing, it shouldn't be an issue for us. How are we doing here? Slow progress, slow progress. Okay, yeah, so it's only going to take us about 10 days to get in there. Finally, our murder against the King of Ireland is occurring. There's our battle, and here's another battle up here. Yeah, we're pretty much going to sit on this place. Oh, no, we'll head on down to the Isle of Man and take that and do it like that. Because, as I order these guys to move down into Duckham, because she raised troops out of the Isle of Man, and Argyle is kind of tough. The Zab converted. And this will also kill off these guys here. Got a Nubian peasant revolt. Where's that at? Up there. That's alright. Let's go up and deal with that, and then return. Failed. The hired assassin did not get a chance to push the king off the walls, and will likely not get another. Really? But at least the plot remains unknown. Alright, well that's fine. This is something I've been... Yeah, okay, so that is how you spell Al Jazeera. I had someone ask me that the other day. And, well, that's how you spell it. Quick battle there, nice and easy. And now we just head on down to this place, because I doubt she's going to give up at the moment. Nope. Not yet. This guy's kind of healthy too, isn't he? Yeah, he's got the health trait from being a brilliant strategist. The good news is that he's celibate, so he will never have children. Poor choice, my friend. Poor choice. So his heir is this guy, Gilchrist MacAlpin, followed by Gilchrist MacAlpin, who must be his child. Yep. Jeez, I'll tell you what. While this guy's celibate, his brother sure as fuck ain't. Good work, guys. But his brother is also fairly, well, hell, it's actually quite an old dynasty, isn't it? Except for this guy. He's the youngest son. Oh well, good on him. Church infrastructure in Kempton increased. And we can finally upgrade this university. Good. Okay, we've got somebody taking the king into the wilds to have a little hunting accident. Lesson 1, children. When asked to go into the wilds with a strange hunter, do not do that. Do not do that thing. Particularly if you're the King of Ireland. Just, you know, cautionary tale there. Okay, now they're headed down to Dhofar. Really? Just gonna chase him all the way down to Aden then. These guys, where's my army? There it is, slowly moving. A daughter was born to this guy and my kinswoman, named Maria, but she is ill, so that's not going to go too well for her. This guy told everybody about my plot, so Pope probably dislikes it a little bit more. Yep. Aden is now Catholic. Oh, that's good. That's very good. We're going really well down here. Really well. These guys are going to bloody move out to Duato. We killed the King of Ireland and nobody knows, despite that guy blabbing about it that one time. That's good, because now we have a new King of Ireland. The wonderfully orange-bearded King Falb. How assassinatable is he? Very. So yeah, we'll have one of these de jure claims in a moment. You know, after we win this war. Ah, good. This war now, well, this rebellion is over. These guys are going to move out. That's supremely irritating. Then what are they doing? They're moving to Aswan? Arania got converted. Jousting lists got built in Frueli. Nothing else to build there. There is a university to build, however, in the local town of Wyden. So let's get that going. I do like me the universities. Great, great. Murder plots all around. Good. Give it up. Good, she's going to give that up. And we'll head on over to Tyrone. Any moment now. Oh, we got a daughter, another genius daughter. I mean, it's cool and all, and we're really, you know, going well for feminism here and all that sort of stuff, but seriously, I just want a genius man. I'd prefer it if Prince Rudguy here was. That being said, he's already a pretty exceptional dude, so we'll stick with him. Wouldn't mind it if his son was a genius, though. You hear that? Start knocking your wife up a bit more. Come on. Okay, that's our claim done, and my nephew here lacks a guardian. Well, what are we training you in? Or what can you be trained in? Look like you could really use some diplomacy. Well, fortunately, I know some people who can help you out with that. Good lad. Alright. Oh, it looks like the King of Ireland has taken a few provinces of his own, including Tyrconnell, which I believe is one that we're going to be claiming. Yeah, and we'll actually claim that one instead of the other. Okay, we've got a battle here, finally. Wiped them out, ended them, and we've also had some more peasants rise up in some other place. Up here. Well, you know what? That rebellion actually looks like it's handling itself, so these guys can head up to Savoy to deal with those peasants. Yeah, it looks like these peasants have fucked up because they keep on getting attacked by the locals, who are beating them around. Now, that being said, we can't enforce demands or anything like that. These guys have to be completely wiped out, which, honestly, it looks like the bishop's army is doing that. A visitor. You have received a visitor, a monk from the famous Great Abbey at Cluny. He tells you that the monks there spend most of their days in devoted prayer, and that they always mention the names of the most pious Christians in those prayers. If you were to demonstrate your immense piety by donating a large sum of gold to Cluny Abbey, you would surely be among those present in the monks' prayers. They shall have my support. So we transfer 100 gold to the Bishop of Cluny. We're getting 50 prestige and 50 piety, or I'm sure they'll manage it anyway. 100 gold is nothing to me. God can have that gold. Yeah, these guys are totally fine. Okay, so let's just check out our armies and what they're all doing. Ah, good. Excellent. Let's fuck up some Irish. Does your claim on Tyrconnell? Go for it. Now he should raise troops out of there, and he has, so that will make it easy. Easy to take the province anyway. And I believe these ones are all his as well, so Oriel isn't, but Breffni and Dublin are, which makes it very easy for us to just waltz around the place taking things. Great. This guy thinks he's going to be better than the Pope, so give the Pope a chance. Did we actually assign him somewhere? Yeah, we did. Bambok. Right, all the way down in the middle of nowhere. He dislikes us because reasons. That's fine, he's in Africa somewhere. He's out of the way. I bet he still counts as being in Rome, though. No, he counts as being in Bambok. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so there's a 6,000 strong army. Of note, we've won the peasant revolt for Messina without doing anything, because these guys must have beat the army up enough. And we're not going to manage to intercept the army in Savoy, so we'll head down to Geneva, which is where they're going. Improved keeps in Passau. Let's have some castle walls then. And I believe that there was siege equipment in someplace else or something like that. Excellent. The army of Mayor Joffrey has delayed the peasant revolt for us. So we're going to win this fight quite quickly. Exceptional. And we'll momentarily march into Geneva and beat the crap out of them some more. Perfect, that's a win. These guys can head on down to Genoa once again. Yeah, not much going on there. Let's just check our factions. I don't think we're going to have anything... Oh, 10% because the King of Arabia joined in. Now, the King of Arabia has 100% opinion for us, which means that he's been blackmailed into this, presumably by this woman here, the Duchess of Essex and Lower Lorraine. She's really only the Duchess of Essex, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure somebody will bump her off at some point. These guys are probably trying to move up to Tyrconnell again. Which, I don't blame them, actually. But we're going to try and intercept them like so. And we've made that interception. They get a defensive bonus because of the hills, but, well, we've got numbers and experience. Why is the Duke of Alsace there? The Duke of Alsace is kind of shit at fighting. Eganolf, what are you doing up there? Is it because we have nobody better? We definitely have better people. 93%. Still doesn't accept the end, so if we wipe out the troops in this next maneuver, we should have it, and if we don't, we'll just head down to Braylene and take the bishopric. Braylene? No, Breffni. Or however that is pronounced. Fight! And there's a peace offer. We'll just wait for this battle to end. Very good. Very good. Now we could have this guy assassinated, but I think his vassals don't like him enough that, yeah, particularly his important vassals don't like him enough. All three of the electors. That's wonderful. Because Ireland is an electorate. Okay. So just ship our men on over to Ulster again and let them wait for truces to run out. Yet again. Right, now what were we doing in these other places? We're not at war, but I don't think the Pope is going to give us a crusade down here. Oh, he might. He might. Let's try it. And now we're not going to declare war on anybody else, because that's what annulled our attempt last time. Crusade for Abyssinia. Yes, so last time our crusade failed because we declared war before it actually fired on somebody else, and you can only crusade when you're peaced with everybody. His Holiness Pope Severinus III has been swayed by the cries for help from the Christian population in the Hashemite Sultanate. There are Mavasites, they're technically Christians. He urges all able-bodied men of Europe to take up arms against the evil Sultan Jabir of the Hashemite Sultanate in order to secure the Hashemite Sultanate from the clutches of the Mohammedan infidels. God will grant the pilgrims remission of sins in heaven. Deus Vult! Crusade! Now, we're not in this at the moment. The Pope is. So let's join this. And he will accept our offer in 8 days. So let's start moving in. This place here had the right supply limit, so we'll send these guys up like that, and these guys across like that. Everybody still has commanders. Yep, is Raoul the best commander we could put there? Nope. Alright. Let's do this. And hopefully the game won't crash the hell out. Some of my vassals are joining the war, but that's alright because, you know, there we go, I'm in it. Yeah, so a lot of my vassals are joining the war, which is kind of expected, I guess. I mean, it's a crusade. For the good of the Catholic religion. Oh, how'd you get an army there? Well, let's go bed it up. Oh, right, because there's a straight crossing into Tayers as well as Aden. I forgot about that. Beniani has been converted. Now, the Pope is declining a lot of our vassals their offers to join the Crusade. That's because all of these guys joined it before we did. Now that we're in, our vassals technically can't join it because they're already in it as me. So, let's get this happening. And we're going to get a lot of those declined Call to War things. It might mean that people hate the Pope a little bit. Which, you know, fair enough. We are going to intercept that force. Yeah, diplomatically explain why I can't. The Sultan himself was leading that tiny little army. We haven't captured him because that would be the quickest goddamn crusade ever. Seriously, once I capture the Sultan, the crusade would be over. It would be insane. The only thing we have to worry about is maybe the game will crash when we win the Crusade because of the sudden transferal of all of those titles. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. And also I don't have any real control over when the Crusade ends because it's the Pope's call, not mine. Wow, so he has a minus 200 opinion malice against us because we asked him for the religious war. That's a real bad thing, I guess. I mean, not entirely because he's our bitch, but if he wasn't, it would be really, really annoying because then he'd just excommunicate the shit out of us. I think that's a terrible modifier, to be honest. Because even if we hadn't asked him for 195 points worth of claims, 200 will still put him in negative opinion with us, almost regardless of anything else that we have. And it would be really easy for somebody to then excommunicate us, or ask for our excommunication, if he wasn't our vassal. So I think that's a really bad example of a modifier. Come on, guys. There we go. So they do have 12,000 men sitting there. We may try and take those... No, they're in mountains, aren't they? Yeah, this is actually a fairly mountainous region. A little hard for me to see right now because I have some sun on the screen. Let me just get this dust off. It makes it a bit easier to see. There we go. Okay, so... yeah, we'll just let these guys sit here because the attrition is 12k. What the hell happened? That was previously at like 19. Alright guys, you're moving down to Assab now. God, that's fucking pathetic. He's getting a lot of dudes though. 16,000 in that army. You know, we're just gonna eat the mountain penalty and give this some of our best commanders. The heretics end up being really good commanders because they get that whole voice of Jesus thing. So let's make this army purely staffed by heretics. And just quickly check on our other armies to make sure that we didn't just take any troops away from them. These guys lost a man. I just like to keep my armies staffed, you know? These guys lost their central commander, that's fine. And this one... ah, yep, that one's fine. So nobody's joined in on the Sultan's side yet. 40, that's insane. And we shouldn't lose too many troops. We're going to be even in terms of quantity, but we should outclass them. Right. Yes, we've definitely outclassed them, particularly in the center, but they do have the mountain terrain bonus. We're getting a bit of damage on this side, but we're damaging all of them at greater rates than we are taking moral damage. Hanyan converted. And it's really moral damage which is the more important thing. I mean, there are a whole bunch of factors, but you know. Got a peasant revolt in later. Let's ignore that for the moment. It's really up in the air on the flanks, but we've won the middle. Yep, we've won the middle, so we've won the flanks. Beautiful. Killed 10,000 of them. We lost a few, don't get me wrong, but we killed a lot of them, and now they're moving off into Bagenda down here. I don't know where that rebellion was. We have a marriage arrangement between the King of Millennia and my half-sister. Who has claims on fucking everything, but, well, let's be honest. He's not going to be able to press them. And he does need an actual dynastic heir, so I'm fine with that. Excuse me. Okay. Assaulting that holding. We're going to move down to take on these guys. Well, to continue taking on those guys. Good, good, good. Tamdolt converted. Barracks were built in Moldorf. So let's upgrade those barracks again. Yeah, now this time we should do a lot more damage than we were doing, simply because their morale started so low, so we chased them around a bit. Okay, now we head back up to 7. We're basically going to chase these guys around until they die. And if we're lucky, he keeps forgetting to move the king out. Let me check that. Yeah, he's still leading those troops. Pope's dead. Got a new pope. Pope Martin II. Not great, but hey, it's a new pope. And that's actually giving us Prince Bishop of Chur as our new vassal, well, new chaplain. And we're going to have him do cultural tech in Oberbayern because that really helps us with the popular and religious customs. Not tolerance, though. But, well, fuck tolerance. Am I right? Okay, there's Oh, and the Pope died under suspicious circumstances. The old Pope, anyway. Who I somehow now cannot find. Yeah, look at that contribution. We have 100,707 points. The Pope has 1 point, and everybody else has 0. Yeah, we're pretty good here. Another victory, another couple of war. We're only doing a few % damage to them every time, and we're only taking off like barely any men, like 1,000 men every time. I mean, it's worth it, don't get me wrong. We're chasing them around for a reason, but it seems a little odd. Come on. Now what I'm going to do is oh, we killed 3,000 that time. Excellent. And now they're going to wag, which is there. Excuse me. I'm not going to try and end the crusade this episode. What I'll do is do as best as I can here and then end it before the Pope gets it in his mind to, you know, call an end to the crusade. That's basically so that I can... Because the massive number of counties and stuff that it's going to give us can crash my game. My game's been very unstable for some reason, particularly when loading and all that sort of stuff, so I would prefer not to waste the last 50 minutes. So we'll just have that happen. It looks like this guy got wounded. Yeah, no, he's still good. If he dies, he was a filthy kafar anyway. And there we go. Yeah, definitely doing a lot more damage to them now. We've just wiped out the middle column, I think. Still haven't managed to catch the guy. Okay, so they're going to Semyon, which is that one. We had improved keeps somewhere and I missed it. So let's just click around and see if it was any of the places which can build things. Apparently it was not. Good. Good. Why is there an army over here? Ah, the peasants! Wow, looks like they got their shit kicked in by someone. We're going to get them on the 29th, which will give these guys enough time to get their shit together. They can't not move this direction, because they're fleeing. So let's just have some guys waiting for them. Guys who aren't me. Okay, they're actually able to move. I didn't anticipate that. But you know what? That is fine. I have lost the zealous trait. Shame. Okay, looks like the Barcelonan army is doing quite well enough. We may not even need this. You know what? We don't need these guys up. Let's get rid of them. The Barcelonans are dealing with that rebellion. Just amazingly unassassinatable. Oh, there's a new king in Ireland. How nice! How nice of them. We also have a claim on Breffni for this guy. Oh, do the de jure claim on Ariel. Arabia has just gained medium crown authority. That's fine. Good on him. Okay. Yeah, now the supply limits here are shit. So let's try and move out to these guys. We're going to catch them. Amazingly, we still haven't lost any of the retinues. Or the retinue units, anyway. Let's just assault this place. Thank you. I'm gonna go for Xyla because Xyla has more stuff in it. So it's generally better for us. Oh, looks like we kidnapped some people as well. Ah, and she can be ransomed back. Wonderful. Okay, there's our interception. The Sultan is still leading his armies. He does have a mountain terrain specialization, which is really good for him here, but not good enough. We captured this guy. He's a pretty good commander. He was a pretty good commander. Okay, now they're headed to this place. Oh, someone built something. Was it Innsbruck? It was Innsbruck. Okay, there's his big army. Apparently. Yeah, so the old guy must have given up. Because this was their previous king. He must have just given up to a plot or something, which is fine. I like that. I'll let these guys move into Tyrone as I take this, this city of Dundalk, and then I'll wipe them out. And we have a peace offer from the Lydian Peasant Revolt. Good. Okay, they're going to get into Ulster. You know what? I'm going to let them move into Ulster even. I'm just going to keep marching into their stuff and taking it. Why not? Okay, now they're moving into Axum, so I will move from there. And then from there I will move down into Assab to actually get our own sieges going while we reinforce. We're at 67% too, so we're getting fairly close. The King of Arabia has declared the Arabian-Socotra de jure war over Socotra. Oh, okay, because this guy isn't beholden to the King of Arabia. I guess that must have changed at some point. That's alright, you guys can have your little fight. When you win fight, you don't outfight. Which sounds kind of dumb. Still leading, I don't know why. Doesn't he know we could not only kill him, but capture him and just end the damn war? I mean, we've already maimed him. That happened. So, he's already in a bad way. Not that it matters though, I guess. Yeah, and things aren't going... He's lost. He has to have lost because we're, you know, the fucking Holy Roman Empire. But yeah, it's not going great for him. Yep, great. Do we want to try and win this war in Ireland? Let's just take this city of Carvin and see how we go. Okay, thank you. Nope. Okay, so I guess we move to Dublin and take that. But that will have to wait for next episode because it's time to end it. I have some maps to fuck around with for my Deathwatch game tomorrow. Tomorrow my time. It's probably going to be... Wait, let me think about this. I think my backlog is currently 3 days long, so... Let's see, today is Friday for me. Friday the 19th. So, on Monday, I guess, this episode will go up? Let me think about that. Oh, no, it's probably going to be more like Tuesday or Wednesday. So, last Saturday's Deathwatch game, I still have to write maps for. Or, you know, draw maps for, whatever. I'll get on that. Anyway, with that in mind, it's time to end the episode. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you liked the video, give it a like. And if you had liked it so much that you would like to see more, well, go ahead and subscribe. In the meantime, though, I have been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.